Alright, so today I want to make a video for you about the bag that I keep with me and what I keep in that bag wherever I'm going. This bag goes with me whether I'm going to work or I'm going to the store or if I'm going to the shooting range or whatever the case may be. This bag is coming with me. Now, you may be wondering why I'm doing a video about a bag and gear and stuff. Well, if you are going to be someone who carries a gun on a daily basis, if you are someone who believes in the responsibility to protect others, then you need to be prepared for many different things. And there's certain stuff that you need to have on hand, because being someone who is self-reliant, you need to have certain tools, you need to have certain equipment that's going to allow you to take care of others. Especially if you are a father or you're a mother, you need to be able to take care of your family. So I keep this bag with me, and I carefully choose what I bring with me in order to do that, so I can take care of my family, I can take care of others. So there's a lot more that goes into being a firearms owner than just owning a firearm. There's a lot more that goes into carrying a gun with you as opposed to just carrying for the sake of carrying. We want to do it with a purpose, and that purpose is we have been given a responsibility, especially as men or as parents. We've been given a responsibility to take care of others. So I carry this bag with me to do exactly that. Now I want to talk really quickly about this bag. This bag is an ATS Cobra pack. I really like it. I've been using this for over 6 years now. It is built really well. ATS is an American-made company out of Kentucky. This bag was cut, sewn, stitched in America. It's held up really well. I've not taken it light on this bag. This bag has gone with me to college. I've taken this bag to the top of 13,000 foot peaks. It is just a great overall bag. It's made with that military police quality. The straps are really nice, and it's not too thick, not too thin, just perfect. And the nice thing about it is it doesn't look too tactical or military. It's a pretty normal looking bag, and I really just like the size of it. It's that perfect size for being able to carry it on hand with everything you need. And if you really wanted to be careful about what you carried, you could probably maybe even survive out of this thing for a few days if you had to. So once again, ATS, check them out. They don't even know I exist, so I'm not getting anything from doing this video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this is such a good pack from a really good American company. Now, let's go through this pretty quick because I don't want to make this video too long, but let's talk first of all what I have on the outside of the bag. On the outside of the bag, I've got a med kit. This is an ITS Tactical EDC trauma kit. I wouldn't say that it's everything you need, but it's probably the bare minimum of what you should bring. Inside it is a soft T-white tourniquet. Also there's quick clot, and there's some gloves. So at the very least, get you one of these. ITS, not ATS, two different companies. ITS, they make really good stuff. Get you a med kit from them. Once again, I wouldn't say this is all you need, but it's that bare minimum. Also, I keep a North Face rain jacket with me because, hey, it's not fun getting rained on. But having this jacket with me is really nice because It comes in handy also if you just want a little bit extra warmth. If it's windy, it does do a decent job of blocking the wind. And I carry it with me even in the summertime because you never know. But I'd also say it's nice to have something like this on hand. If you're the first person to reach a vehicle accident or something, having something like this, it's kind of like a blanket, a safety blanket to give to somebody. It's just a good idea to have something like this on hand. So make sure you have some kind of rain jacket with you. It's a really, really good thing to have. Now, the other thing, I have a paracord bracelet right here. You just never know if you're going to need some paracord. So I keep this with me, and it just stays right there on the outside of my bag. Now, let's go to the front flap. So this bag has two compartments. It's got the main compartment, it's got the front flap. The front flap is where I keep the front pocket is where I keep all of my important essential stuff. So I know, okay, in a pinch, in an emergency, I go to the front pocket. I don't have to mess around in the big compartment. So right off the top, I've got toilet paper. Always have toilet paper with you. This may not look like a lot, but actually there's a way to fold toilet paper where you can stuff a lot in a small bag. But always have some. If you aren't convinced, just ask my friend Tanner. So always make sure you have toilet paper with you everywhere you go. Also, I keep a pair of mechanics gloves. These are great for protecting your hands. If you're having to do something automotive on the side of the road, or I shoot with these a lot because I shoot with suppressors and suppressors get hot. You should buy a suppressor, by the way. But it's always nice to have some gloves as an option to protect your hands. Another thing I keep with me is a fixed blade knife. This is just an outdoor edge, not too expensive, but having a fixed blade knife, if you're in a situation where you can't take your gun with you, which there's very few situations where I don't have one with me, but if you are having a fixed blade, it's a good idea to have. And also, I've seen locking blades fail before, so it's a good idea to always have a fixed blade with you. Now right here, this is a Blackhawk, just a Molly bag, nothing special, but what I have with it is important. So I've got a Surefire flashlight right here. This is a G2X. Surefire speaks for itself. It's a good light. Always have a backup. I keep a light on me, but you should still keep an extra light with you. I've got a Leatherman multi-tool. Leatherman makes great multi-tools. They're my favorite. Gerber makes good multi-tools as well, but you should always have a multi-tool. I can't tell you how many times I've had to use it, and it's come in handy. On the back, I've got some trauma shears and then a carabiner. Just, gosh, you never know. And then on the inside, I've got a cat tourniquet. I've got another soft TY tourniquet. And then I've got a quick clot. And I've got a quick clot trauma kit. It's got a couple different kind of wraps and everything, pair of gloves. So always have some quick clot on you, some gauze to be able to stop bleeding. With that being said, always have first aid with you everywhere you go. Now, also it's inside this bag, I've got a headlamp. Always have a headlamp. You don't always have, you don't have to have one this expensive, but just having a decent headlamp you can use. This is a stream light, it's really good. But being able to work hands-free with a light is really, really helpful. So make sure you have a headlamp of some sort. Also, I have a fire starting kit. I'm in the rural area, so having a way to start a fire, really important inside. This is just a cheap flint striker, and I have some lint from the dryer, because lint from the dryer will catch on fire really easy. Also inside here, I've got a water filter. So this is a Sawyer. Sawyer works great. They're pretty cheap, so get you a Sawyer water filter. You don't want to get sick from drinking unclean water. So I recommend keeping this on you because it's always good. You never have too much water. Also have some Kleenex tissues, good to have. And then lastly, I've got some batteries, some backup batteries, CR123s for my lights, and also some AAAs, which would go in my Garmin, my Fortrex. I'll show you that in just a minute. So that's everything that I keep inside this front compartment. I'm going to throw kind of them back in there so my table doesn't get too cluttered up. But I recommend keeping pretty much everything on this list. I know maybe the fire starter and the water filter seems unnecessary, but having that stuff on hand, it can be really a game changer if you're in a tough situation. So make sure you do that. Okay, now let's move to the main compartment. Now the main compartment has a lot of stuff that is not 100% necessary, but you should have. Now one thing that is 100% necessary is a charging kit. When I say kit, I just mean I've got wall plug, cords to be able to charge my phone. I also keep a Anchor power station with me that is rechargeable, so I can use to charge my phone. If you're somebody who spends any time out in the woods away from an outlet, having one of these is really important because your phone is the most important way you can communicate. So make sure you have a way to charge your stuff. That is essential. You've got to be able to do that. Also, I have a Write in the Rain notepad. Really handy to have because you can write in the rain and just use a pencil. So that's pretty nice to have, being able to write stuff down, but maybe you're writing bearings down with a compass. Got a pen. I also have another pen. This one's a tactical pen my father-in-law got me for Christmas. But it's kind of nice because if you can't carry a knife, you can carry a pen, and it's got the window breaker on it, and it's all aluminum, so I wouldn't want anybody to hit me with it. Now, I also, here's one more pen, a zebra pen, probably the best kind of pen. And then here's my Garmin Fortrex. Always carry a backup GPS. Your phone works as a GPS, but carry an extra one. This Fortrex is not the cheapest, but it's worth it if you are really going to be somebody who's going out in the woods or maybe having to navigate somewhere and you may not have cell phone service. So keep a Garmin Fortrex on you. They're a really good tool to have. Also in here, I've got some big lighters, and they're just, once again, being able to start fire if I had to, and I've got them wrapped in duct tape. So having duct tape on hand, it's kind of nice. They're the exact same size, so that's really good. I've got some Carmex, use them to keep getting chapped lips. Or you can use it actually as a sunscreen because it does have an SPF value to it. One more pen. I've got some extra contacts. I do have to wear contacts, so having some extra contacts is nice. And I've got a flash drive. You never know if you may need to have a flash drive on hand. And then I think that's about it. There's a paper clip in there. So anyways, that's the kind of the miscellaneous items that I keep on me. But really important to make sure you have a way to charge your phone because you need to be able to communicate with somebody, especially in case of an emergency. So carry a way to charge your phone and get a portable power station because you never know if you may not be anywhere near an outlet. Okay, now we're going to go to the main compartment. This is kind of the more boring stuff, but the main compartment is going to have some things that I more personally need. Now, I will say one thing you do need to have on hand. This is just a first aid kit. It's from ATS again. It's just got some of the basic stuff you need: Tylenol, diuretic stuff, triple antibiotics, Band-Aids, stuff like that, tweezers, because little cuts can get infected. So keep a first aid kit on you. Not a trauma kit, you need that too, but also just a simple first aid kit. So having this is really good to have. Also sunscreen, because look at me, I sunburn really easy. So I have some sunscreen with me. And also some snacks. So I don't like to starve, and so I keep some snacks on hand. If we get stuck on the side of the road or something, here's a Cliff Bar, Nutter Butter, and then I have some pistachios. So just keep just a little bit of stuff on it, just to kind of edge the hunger away. Also, a bottle of water. I usually like to keep a more like a reusable type bottle, but I misplaced it. So I just got a bottle of water in here with me right now, but I always keep a container that you can put water in. I can filter fresh water into my Sawyer water filter if I need to. So that's really good. And once again, I'm just going to talk about the Sawyer water filters. Again, they're really nice. They're cheap. You can filter a ton of water, tons and tons of gallons. And I've used them all over the place. I've used them to filter snow before. I put snow in the bag and filtered it through as it melted through my Sawyer whenever I was up on the side of a mountain at about 12,000 feet. So they're really good filters. I can't recommend them enough to you. Also, Bible. I am a pastor, so I do have to do sermon preparation and everything. So I keep it in its box so it doesn't get all messed up. But this Bible is actually good from my deacons. But I keep it with me. And then I keep a notepad too. If I'm writing something down for it or I need to keep notes for something else. Not that I always do a great job of keeping notes, but it is good to have a composition notebook. The only other thing that I have in here is going to be some more paracord. Paracord is just really useful, especially you can gut it and you can use the smaller fibers inside or the outside. It ties down a little bit better if it's gutted. But paracord, really useful to have. And then also, I just threw them in here, but Andy Jones, Mr. Jones, he gave me some chem lights. So, hey, never know, you may want to have chem light to play with. So, I have those in my bag. Other than that though, that's what I keep with me. Maybe some of it's excessive, but there's probably some stuff that you may be thinking I left out. So if you think that I left something out and I need to be carrying something or carrying something else, don't hesitate to let me know. I just think that it's important to have gear with you, equipment with you that will allow you to be prepared for certain situations or any situation. And it may change. If I'm going somewhere in particular, if if it's winter time, I may have some thermals in here. I may throw a base layer in here, just have some extra clothing just in case. If I'm going to be out in the summertime doing stuff, I'll have a whole lot more water with me. But regardless though, make sure you have a good quality bag, because you don't want that bag to be falling apart, ripping and wearing out. A cheap bag is not going to last you very long. Get a good quality bag. Once again, ATS. I can't say enough good stuff about this bag. It is a great, simple, perfect size bag for carrying every day and carrying everything you need. So with that being said, let me know what you carry with you on a daily basis. And if you like videos like this and you want me to do more videos about carrying gear and stuff like that, let me know. Because once again, there's a lot more that goes into owning a firearm than just owning a firearm. There's responsibility, there's preparation, and there's the sense of a higher purpose. We're here to protect others and care for others. So what I carry with me, I use it to care for others, whether that's a first aid kit or that's my Glock 19. So thank you for watching. Once again, if you need a firearm, if you need a silencer, go to basefirearmresource.com. Thanks for watching.